This might be why it's hard to have a garden.
Hi. See how tame they are. You okay? I'm not gonna bother you. Hi. I see you. So pretty. Can I sit down beside you? Can I sit down with you? She's so pretty. The whole yard smells like gardenias. And this would be why I can't have a garden on this side. Hey chickies, you out here taking dust baths? No, hi. They do the same thing with the mulch. See you later.
Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm in Durham, North Carolina in my workshop that I call Paper Town. I love it out here. I had a little time to sit down this afternoon and show you a journal I made. Somebody asked where I work, and I work at a large facility that takes all sorts of donations, and it is sorted out and separated between a thrift store and a reuse arts shop. So we have a lot of raw materials, and it's just a fun place to work. I mentioned how dirty my hands get sometimes and how hard it is to keep my fingernails nice and neat. And they do get stained sometimes. I'm going to put a picture in to show you what they looked like after a few hours of working in a box full of vintage papers and ephemera. Yeah, there's a lot of dust, and it's just a wonderful thing. Anyway, so this little book, I have been trying to put together packs of paper at work to sell, like junk journal packs. There's a lot of paper that comes in that is yellowed, and if somebody's looking for, this is written on, you can see outside projects. If somebody's working or looking for brand new school supplies, they're not going to pick this up. Those of us who make junk journals, though, know how much fun it is to have paper like this. So I've been bundling up pieces of paper like this, file folders. I did find 2 of these. I know some of you are wondering if I have any to sell. I still have not found a bundle of these anywhere. And let me tell you one thing about the store where I work. I don't get first dibs on everything that comes in. And I'm glad that it's that way, because I'm a customer there as well, and the customers get first dibs. Things have to be on the floor for 24 hours before we are allowed to purchase them. So let me show you this journal. This is what I made from one of the packs, and the packs are bound up with a heavy cord. It is covered with just one of these accordion files. Now we get a lot of these, and they're really worn at the edges. You know what? Look at that. Look at that, the tape on that. Oh my gosh. I mean, to me, this is amazing. And I will definitely use this. This would make like a paper ruffle along the edge of the page. Look at that. But people look at that sometimes, and they're busy shopping. They're looking for something specific. So they might just overlook that and say, well, that's just completely worn out. I don't want to waste things by throwing them in the recycle bin or the trash can. So I'm always looking for ways to bundle things and sell them. And this is the example junk journal that I made to go on the shelf with all of the packets that I'm putting together. You can see I've come through and put in some ink stamps, and different little bits of ephemera have been glued in. I sat on the couch and made this journal, so I didn't even have to be in my workshop. I made paper ruffles just by folding the paper like an accordion and gluing it down, and then gluing another scrap of paper across the top to keep it flat. And the way this journal is bound, I took a hole punch and went as far as I could go at the top and the bottom. It's just got these 2 holes, and then so does every other sheet of paper. Now the thing about this is that you have to have paper that is full height, because you want to be able to punch easily just systematically and have that hole end up pretty much in the same place. This was really easy to put together and I love it. I love the results in this. One of the things that I thought was so fun, we get composition books a lot, and maybe the first quarter of it or half of it will be written in by a child or a student, college student, high school, middle school, elementary school. The elementary school entries are so funny, especially if it's one that's been kept as a journal. So this has a few pages that were done by a little girl named Lillian. It was her notebook, so that was fun. And I do love these torn edges from the composition book paper. There's another paper ruffle with a little strip of paper over the top. I just put a little drawing in. That is a piece of one of these. So these are nice to use. I've torn all these apart, but these are just, you know, the double pocket little portfolios that you can put in your notebooks. And when they're still attached, you can just cut it down and you'll have a journal page that already has pockets, which is really fun. So I just did a little drawing on that, and let's just keep flipping. This is really simple and it's pretty plain, just got a little bit of ephemera, some really elementary looking hearts. I love this new stamp that I purchased. That was in the same pack. This is from some fancy paper from Paper Source. There's just some notebook paper to write on. This, of course, is an envelope. It's turned upside down, and I cut it to be a perfect page size, but then I have this little tuck spot to put things. So I'm going to be putting together some more of these packets. Now I also have, I think I'm going to have 11 fun packs that are going to be similar to this. I say 11 because I'm making 12 and I always keep one for myself. I want to make a journal like this for me to keep. So anyway, I just love this so much. And that's a little note. Oh, so that's from Lillian's composition book. It looks like she has on an evening gown and gloves. Lillian's entries really pointed to the fact that she is a very bright little girl. The writings were so imaginative. So just flipping on, we have graph paper or quadrangle paper, whatever it's called. I really love that. And let's tear that little piece off. More stamping, just little bits of paper. And this is just the perfect junk journal. You can write in this, you can glue in it, you can add things. Nothing fancy, no sewing machine. It's not fabric covered. It's covered with really heavy paper from one of those accordion files. And I try to put 2 of the accordion files in each pack. We do get a lot of those. And again, a lot of them are worn. So, you know, you could use one to keep your supplies and you could cut one down to make a cover. That was a little illustration I found in some ephemera probably a few years ago. So then, and on the back, I just wrote a bit of birdsong.com. I did want to share this though. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. I'm still working on the packs and I will list those on my website. I'll be back with a video to show you what's in those before I list them. I recently got a beautiful card, and the card is in here. I can't find it. It's in here. I know it is. It was over on the other desk. And this is the bookmark that was in it. This is from my beautiful dear friend, Valerie. She is an artist. She makes the most beautiful creations. I will put a link to her shop on Etsy. She makes beautiful junk journals. She crochets, and everything she does is so neat. You can tell by looking at this bookmark that she made. So this is going in my journal. Anyway, Valerie, your card is close by. I know it is. My brain kind of works in an odd way. I get really hyper protective over something and I will stick it somewhere where I think this is going to be so safe, and then it's gone. And I think it's tucked between some other papers, and I'm so glad this was still over on that table because that gives me hope that it is not too far away. But I did want to show this to everybody, and I'll show you the beautiful card too when I find that, which will be soon. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back soon with the fun packs, and I hope this inspires you that you can make such an easy journal. Again, this is just hole punched in 2 places, just as far in as the hole punch would let me go. I've got paper tape on the outside to reinforce it, but you could take a strip of the paper and glue it into place to reinforce this spine so that you don't end up with something that's tearing. This is just really plain, you know, cord like twine or a heavy jute or string, whatever you want to use, and it's easy. This was just a couch project. So I will be back really soon. Thank you so much for all the well wishes about my sweet daughter, Michaela. She has been through so much. I will keep you posted. We don't know yet when her surgery is going to be, or if they're going to do surgery. I feel like they will. There's a lot going on, and I'll update you soon. Okay, bye for now. So this is part of my job. Yes, I have learned how to use a hand truck. Not so easy to drive as one would think. All right, see you all soon. Bye-bye.